Hello everyone, and welcome back to Shadowverse. I'm Origami Dog, and today we're going to be doing a Forestcraft deck. Now, Forestcraft has been something I've been tinkering around with a lot recently, and for this one, it's going to be a little spicy, I say. So today's linchpin card is going to be the Hanged Man. This card is pretty unique in that it gives you a card called Treacherous Reversal for 7 mana, and what that does is clear the entire board, your entire hand, and deck. And then copies the first 10 cards your opponent ever played in the match, excluding, of course, the Hanged Man himself, if they have the Hanged Man for some reason, and put the Reaper at the bottom of your deck into a victory card. Treat all allied cards that have been destroyed this match as if they were banished. At the end of your opponent's turn, put the copies of each card in their hand into your hand. So basically you get a copy of your opponent's deck for the next little while, and if you draw them all the way through your deck, you win. Hooray! It's an alternate win condition that's a little tricky to hit, but we're going to go for it today and see if we can, well, pull it off. And there's one card in particular that really combos well with this card, and that's Chronos. Boom! What Chronos does, at the end of your turn, you draw cards equal to the strongest allied follower in play. So long as you actually have an allied follower, it's really worth it. You try to draw it through the bottom of your deck for only 10 cards too, that's going to be pretty great. Hopefully your opponent has a monster in their hand, and hopefully they played a monster in the first 10 turns of the game. That's pretty likely to happen, but, sometimes weirdness does happen. Now, the biggest problem we have here, though, is that once you clear the board, your hand, and your deck, you don't have a lot of resources left, because your opponent has their turn before yours. I mean, they can empty their hand, and then their hand will go to you. So if their hand has nothing in it, you don't get any cards. So what can we do to fix that? Well, I've typed in the word stack here. What we can do is actually use permanent effects. Give your leader effects like from here, Shiva. Heal yourself a little bit, buff your allies, deal damage. Shiva is actually really good because this buff here for turn 10 allows you to draw one additional card with Chronos, if you have Chronos already in play. Korwa here can buff your monsters with the field cards, and once you get enough fields played already, you can really run away with it. So we're going to go ahead and stack both of these in our deck. There we go. Hopefully we can play them before we play Chronos and Wolfraud, but we'll see. Otherwise, for permanent effects, what we can do is improve our hit points. So, let's see here, max. By improving our maximum hit points with Master Chef here, and the Archangel of Evocation, we can get up to, let's see here, 35, 38, maybe even, 38 hit points. That's pretty nice. Piercier here can heal us for 1 evolution point. It's pretty nice. And we might be able to play that and Wolfraud in the same turn for 10 mana. It's not great to play only Piercier, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Crystalia Aaron was never going to be played for 8 mana, so we're not going to worry about that one. Cetus, pretty good card. Getting our hands on Righteous Evocation could be very good for healing ourselves, and you know what? We might actually do that. There we go. Otherwise, we just want to go ahead and try and buff the early game as much as possible. The Lazy Sloth is pretty good. Let's go ahead and toss that guy in. Can we turn 2 or turn 5 play? A really nice combo we can actually go for is Breezy Elf, which is a great card. And then on top of Breezy Elf, we can also play Dogged Detective. It's a great combo because what Breezy Elf does is give you a fairy in your hand when you play him, right? And when you play the fairy he adds to your hand, it'll evolve automatically. Because it only costs 1 mana, Dogged Detective here can come into play for 3 mana and evolve itself for having an evolved creature already in play. It's a great little combo, and should help us hold out for a little bit longer. There we go. On the other side, we can also grab one of these Elf Queens to draw additional cards and deal damage. Just kind of wipe the board clean a little bit. There we go. Let's call this Hanged Man. There we go. Let's see how it works, huh? Alright. And you know what? It's the Shaman King event, so we're going to be facing off against almost entirely Shaman King opponents.
Have you heard?
And here's Horror, of course. Ooh, that's not a hand I want to see. Let's toss those. Okay, that's a little bit better, but not much better. Okay, well, this is going to be a spicy game, isn't it? Okay, we have one creature. Whew. He's talking a big game, but it's not going to be much. Okay, we have Wolfraud. Good.
What more do you want?
The uncharted desert awaits.
Okay, we could trade here, but it's really not worth it. We want to make sure this effect actually activates, so we're going to be using Elf Queen here to draw a card. And block him from killing my Zealot. Nice. There's actually a combo in my deck that can let me play 2 evolved monsters on turn 4, even if I have no points, which is pretty great, I gotta say. We're gonna make the trade here. There we go. See, now he's nerfed. It's great. We have 2 copies of Wolfraud, so we're just gonna go ahead and play one. A shiny one, why not?
So, how's it hanging?
I got really lucky and pulled a shiny Hanged Man. This is why I really want to show this deck off, because I want to flaunt my luck, I guess. We'll see if it really works out that way.
This here ranch will never know theirs.
Ooh.
Hey, let's play.
He's pushing really hard. Let's see if he can do it.
I'm ready for more.
Ooh, he's gonna trade away
Natural
all my creatures, huh?
Hey, don't leave me
I believe I added a creature to my deck that can help me if I evolve it. Okay, we've got kind of a good setup here. In fact, we're just gonna play Lazy Sloth. Because Lazy Sloth here trades for all of his monsters for free. Just like that one.
Best of luck to you.
He has to evolve in order to get through Lazy Sloth. So he doesn't do anything. Ooh, nasty. You could evolve that for some nasty moments, but we'll see.
So sparkly.
No, he didn't. Okay. You take 4 damage, not a big deal, because we're going to play Shiva this turn. Shiva will heal you on turn 6, 9, and 12, I think that is, yes? So, being turn 6, we heal for 2, which is great.
This is your submit to my fiery embrace.
We could also use Wolfraud next turn to clear the entire board if we really wanted to, but we really want to play Chronos first. Oh, that's not good. Now,
You helped me, right?
this is going to be tough. I have 17 health, he has 5 damage on board. I think it's safe for me to go ahead and play Wolfraud here. The problem with Wolfraud, the Hanged Man, is that in order to do his alternate win condition, you have to banish yourself, basically. You do nothing turn 7. It's really painful. And in order for us to actually win, we can't do much on that turn. We can't just activate it. Luckily here, we're making it invest a lot on the board in exchange for damage to our health, which is nasty, but not going to be terrible. Now I can play Chronos.
The curtain rises for a new era.
There we go. Beautiful, right? Banish everything.
Be your own master.
Alright. And that's it for our turn. We now can draw our entire deck and win the game, with any luck anyway. Let's see how it goes. He takes 4 damage from Shiva. That's not what we're looking for anyway. We're going to heal for 2 next turn. That's great. Playing us at 14 if he doesn't push us down right now. We should hopefully be able to draw some nice cards with our evolution point here. Because the attack points of our monster really matters, we're going to actually evolve just to draw more cards next turn. There we go. Since he draws additional cards, we get whatever is in his hand. And in which case we're going to be playing Elder Treant from the looks of it. Let's see here. We want to play Fairy Whisperer.
May the forest be at peace.
A single fairy, and then Elder Treant here. Elder Treant will draw us 7 cards. Let's evolve one of these anyway. We have evolution points. We have enough to draw very well. Next turn, Seed Barrage will draw an additional card. And boom.
We'll make it next time.
We now have 14 health, a fairly strong board, and an absolute ton of cards in our hand.
Forest be at peace.
Whew.
Hey, let's play.
Only 3 cards left. Oh, he's gonna trade his Triadin, isn't he?
I'm gonna rest for a bit.
But it's too late. It's already too late. Gonna play Seed Barrage, Quixotic Adventurer, and Cactus Cowboy.
This here ranch will never know that.
There we go. End the turn, and then we draw 4 cards, and we win. What Shiva does is give us additional attack points, which means we draw an additional card this turn, which is great. Unfortunately, the Blast to the Face is really not help you out in terms of going for the Hangman victory, but it can help out in terms of just pushing your opponent, well, to death. Nice. Turned out pretty well, I say.